people are so nice. I've never been to Manitoba before, let alone Winnipeg, and everyone is just so welcoming and kind. I'm from the East Coast, so I'm very used to very kind and wonderful Canadians, and I kind of thought like, oh, Newfoundland, we have the nicest people, but I think Manitoba is really giving us a run for our money, quite honestly.
I love the community. The community here, the comics community here in Winnipeg is absolutely spectacular. It's awesome to meet so many new artists and art appreciators. And it's really fun when people from all over the country come to Winnipeg and we're able to introduce them to the local culture.
I love hanging out with my friends and finding other collaborators and networking, and a big spacious hall full of cool books is just a fun place to be at.
I like that everybody here publishes their own stuff and you can meet them, and it's very kind of cozy and people are all hanging out together, and it's not just like, oh, here's all of these things that I have for sale that I don't know anything about or that sort of thing. It's all like people as vendors.
I love that it's all of the comic creators that you look for at the giant shows distilled into one room, and every table you look at is going to have some kind of book from someone who's worked their heart out to make.
So far, it's just been very welcoming, a wonderful vibe. People are really lovely. I actually really like the size of it. It's kind of manageable. I can sort of feel like I've seen a lot of it, and it's just been so fun to be here.
I just like the variety of creators that are represented here. There's lots of unique art, lots of people doing cool things, and it's always a good time to come out and see, to be part of like a community that's making things and being intentional. Yeah.
I love the vibe. It's been really great to meet a bunch of new people and share art, trade things around. I think we'll definitely be coming back.
I love seeing other creative people. I love seeing the other different art styles. Some of it very offbeat, but still really great high quality, just really ingenious things. I also just like the community and just being around other creatives and just feeding off that and feeding into it. Getting a chance to talk about some panels. I just came back from a queer comics panel just now, so again, talk about the queer community and things like that, which also needs its support as well. So
I think what I love most about Prairie Comics Festival is the community that we have around us. So before Comrade existed, myself and my table partner Ellie, we were tabling with our own books at PCF, and we were just amazed by how much talent and passion, but also support was around us from local artists. And that's what inspired us to create Comrade Comics in the first place. So just being surrounded by artists, the just level of camaraderie in the community has really been fantastic. And that's the reason why we always come back, and we've done Prairie Comics Festival since the very first year it started. We just love the sense of community that we have out here.
I love the community here. I think it's incredible. I love that it's not just the 2-day festival, but I love that we do events year round. I love our little studio space in the Exchange. I do rent a desk there, so I'm there all the time. And I love the community that we've built around that, the year-round events, and just how much people just want to get together and inspire each other and share work together.
I like to call it being around the same brand of crazy, where we're all artists and we're all excited about the act of creation and making cool things. And it's really neat. I don't think I've ever been in another place where I can have an honest argument with someone about what pen is better and no one's bored. We're having a really engaging conversation about pens, and it's great.
It's really hard to say one thing, honestly. Prairie Comics Festival is not only a festival, but I really think that is a community. I have seen the effort of all the people here to really educate people, to provide space for people to learn and grow, for like people to come in and grow the comics community here. I'm just like, Prairie Comics like inspires me a lot and wants to get me like, I want to get inspired more in the comics community, and as an educator, as somebody that like brings people into the community, like it just means a lot.
Well,
I've never been to Manitoba before. I have never been to the Prairie Provinces before. And I know this festival has been going on for a few years, has some great guests. And an added bonus is my sister just recently moved to Brandon, Manitoba. So we can combine a family visit and do some comics, loving comics at the same time.
All of it. I am lucky to be one of the longtime organizers of this festival. So yeah, just connecting people to all the cool art and writing and comics that folks are doing locally and across Canada, and connecting other writers and artists and comics educators to each other. And we've got programming year round, so there's lots of access to some fun comic stuff if you can't make the festival yearly. Yeah, we just love comics.
The best thing about all these festivals is seeing my friends. I mean, I do love that it's a little less coastal. I'm a prairie boy, so I do love being able to have a big show that isn't. I love visiting the coast, obviously, but having something more in the middle of the country. I'm from Saskatchewan, so coming to Winnipeg is. It's like coming home, and so I do love that it's a big city feel on the prairies, but it's always just seeing my friends, seeing the new books they have, seeing getting inspired and trading war stories and that kind of thing.
Well, this is my hometown show. I love that there are so many creatives here in Winnipeg. It gets colder than Mars in the winter, and it gets hotter than hell in the summer. So we are in our basements a lot of the time, making comics, making art, making weird stuff, and the fact that we're all here together sharing this work is pretty great. And we found a great venue this year at the Manitoba Museum. So yeah.
I like that it's entirely comics focused. It's sort of like a mini TCAF. I like anything that tries to, model itself after TCAF. Entirely comics focused. It's really well run. It's lots of really great local and artists from across Canada here. And yeah, it's just really, really good community, really good energy.
Oh, I love the community here. I think that meeting so many amazing artists, it's been super inspiring. I have so many ideas for things I want to do when I get back to Vancouver now. And yeah, I would say community.
I love I'm sure everyone's going to say this, but I do love the vibe. I love that that it is basically like ran by people who are artists, people who make this stuff. It's the least corporate feeling comics market event thing that I feel like I've ever done. They treat people well here. It's great. I like the people. I like talking to people. It's not Comic-Con. I guess that's what I'd say.
I love how this is centered around the creator. This is centered around comics art, and there's none of the big celebrity guests there. Not that that's a big issue, but the thing is, it's better for us as a community. So that's what I really enjoy about it.
I really like this festival. I came last year for the first time, and I like the new venue that it's in this year. I feel like there's a good attitude and community spirit here. I really feel like people are excited to have readers and books, and I feel like there's a good connection here. I'm looking forward to seeing this festival grow.
I like that. Like some of the other comics festivals, like Toronto's Comics Art Festivals and Prairie Comics Festival, to me, is one of those festivals that is really about loving comics. It's not so much about collecting comics or, who's the cool new dude in comics or whatever. It's more about like the form itself of comics being sort of the thing everyone's excited about. And so it's not that larger or different conventions are better or worse, but one thing I really appreciate about the comics arts festivals and comics festivals like this one is that people are really there for the form. And so you see a lot of diversity in style and so on, I think more so than you do at a larger convention where, there's often more things, but they're kind of more the same.
I love being able to travel and visit different communities within the Canadian comic scene and get to see people from all over the place too. It's so fun to see people that I've seen in Vancouver, in Toronto, in Halifax. Yeah, so it's great to have everybody come together in these different cities.
Oh, I mean, Prairie Comics Fest is just such a fun place. It's got a really nice atmosphere. The creators are all very welcoming and generous, and the audience is really receptive. People are really excited to get new independent books. So I love the vibe at Prairie Comics Fest.
I love the diversity here. Everybody here is selling something cool. If I had enough money, I would buy everything from every vendor here.
My absolute favorite thing about Prairie Comics Festival is that they produce their own zine. Now, in the interest of shameless self-promotion, yes, I did in fact submit a story into this book. So this wonderful little story of a gnome on an adventure is in here. But the most interesting thing about this Prairie Comics zine collection is not me. It's all of these dozens of creators who have their work presented. Some of them first-time comics work, some of them long-time comics work, but all together in a just honestly heartfelt, beautiful celebration of the medium. Prairie Comics Festival has worked so hard in the last number of years to build a place where it's okay to just tell any story you want with words and pictures, and they put their money where their mouth is every year and produce a collection of that work available at each show.